Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is francismm channel, and it can be my special day today. I I don't have to go to work because I have a off day, and during my off day, while I have free times, I'm going to share a story that names in the beginning. So if you enjoy and if you are the person, if you are the person who enjoy listening to story, you are warmly welcome to my channel. Okay, now let's start. Hello. You can stay relaxed while you are listening to this story. It's not too hard. Hello, can you hear? You can command it. Okay, now let's start. The story name In the Beginning by John Christopher. This was a very long time ago, perhaps a million years ago. Two tribes lived in a big country. One tribe lived in the north, and one tribe lived in the south. These tribes never met. The land between them was jungle and swamps. The men of the two tribes never went into the dark jungle, and they never went over the deep swamps. The people of the south found fruit and nuts on the trees. They took seeds of glass and ground them. They ground them between two stones and make flour. They make bread from the flour. They took eggs from hens and milk from cows. They kept the hens and cows with them. So they got eggs and milk easily. They kept some seeds and put them in the ground. Grass grew from the seeds. This grass had big seeds. They call it corn. They built huts near their cornfields and make a village. They planted trees near the huts, and they got fruit and nuts easily from them. This was their home. At night, they told stories and sang songs. The people of the north did not have corn. They did not have bread or eggs or milk. They killed animals. They were good hunters. They followed the deer and ran very fast. Some deer did not run very fast. The hunters killed those, then they ate them. Those people did not have homes. They make nests like birds, but the nests were not in the trees. They were on the ground, in the long grass. They slept in these nests at night. They did not tell stories. They did not sing songs. The tribes lived like this for a very long time. For 1,000 years, oh, for 1,000 years, for 1,000 years, day followed night. Summer follow winter, year follow year. The people of the south and the people of the north learn new things. The people in the south make tools from stones. They make knives and hammers out of stone. They make stone wheels and they ground corn into flour with the wheels. They make pops. They bake the pops in fires, and then the pops were stung and held water. They make ovens and bake bread. The people in the north did not have any tools. They killed the deer with their hands. They ate them and left the bones. One day, the man looked at the leg bone of a deer. He hit things with it. He thought, this bone makes my arm strong. He went with the hunters and he took the bone with him. He hit a deer on the head and the deer fell. The hunters of the tribe took bones. They hit deer with them and the deer fell. The hunters called them killing cups. Okay, now let's continue. The world changed. Summers grew cold and winters grew very cold. There was ice on the rivers and there were mountains of ice in the sea. Cold winds came from these ice mountains. Some animals died. Some moved to the south. They looked for warm weather and food. The jungle died. The swamp changed. The people of the north followed the animals to the south. They took their killing cups with them. A boy called Tom lived in the northern tribe. He was tall and strong. He ran very fast. In the hand, he ran like the man. He had a long killing cup. He rubbed it with sand. He rubbed it for a long time and make it white. It was bright in the sunlight. Tom used it in the hunt and killed a deer with it. In the south, the corn did not grow well. The people worked and worked, but they were cold. The cold winds cut them. They made clothes and put them on their bodies. They built huts with thick walls. A girl called Wa lived with the Sultan tribe. She was small and beautiful. She made pots and painted them. She made them well, and she painted bright pictures on them. She sang songs, and her voice was sweet. The ice moved south, and the people of the north went in front of it. They went a very long way. They hunted animals. One day, they found a large number of animals. These animals did not run like deer. The people of the north killed them easily. They make a feast. Men attacked them at the feast. It was the men of the south. Why did they attack? Because the animals were their cows. The men of the south attacked, but they did not have killing cups. The men of the north drove them back. They ran back to their village. The northern men followed them. There were thick bushes round the village. The northern men cut thorns and put them with the bushes. They make a wall of stones round the village. There was a spring in the village. They got water from it. They kept food in the village too. The northern men attacked the village. The dawn kept them back. 3 or 4 men got through the wall, but the northern men killed them. The northern men went away. They did not go far. They made a camp not far from the village. They had the killing caps, and they were strong. They did not need a wall. They attacked again, and the southern man drove them back. They followed the northern man attacked the village again and again, but the war of thorns was strong again and again. The southern man drove back the attack. There was a wood near the village. It had big trees. It had a stream too. The stream fell from rocks into a pool. Trees leaned over the pool. Squirrels ran along the branches of the trees. Birds sat on the branches and sang, while loved the wood and the pool. She swam there on warm days. She sat on the rocks beside the pool. She sang, she sang like the birds. While was in the village, she thought about the wood. She looked at the wall of thorns. In one place, it was not very thick. She made a hole and crawled through it. She saw the camp of the northern people, and she did not go that way. She crawled through tall glass. She went slowly and quietly into the wood. The stream ran over stone under the trees. One walked beside the stream. There was bushes there with bright flowers. She took flowers and put them in their hair. The stream sang and the birds sang in the branches. She was very happy. She came to the place of rocks. The stream ran between the rocks and fell into the pool. The trees lay over, but they did not hide the sky. The sky was blue and the sun shone. It shone on the pool and made the water bright. Wa sat on a rock beside the pool. The sun did not shine on the water there. She looked into the water and saw her face and her hair and the flowers in her hair. Oh, just give me a moment. I'm thirsty. Let's continue. Where are we? Okay. Squirrel ran along the branches of the trees. They never hid from Wa. One of them came down to the ground beside the pool. Wa knew this squirrel. It came to her hand, and she gave some nuts to it. She was happy. She touched the squirrel gently and spoke gently to it. Wa stayed beside the pool a long time. The birds sing, and she sang too. She looked at her face in the water of the pool. The birds and the squirrel saw her, but people did not see her. She left the pool and went to the wood. She crawled through the tall grass. She came to the wall of thorns and found a small hole. She crawled through it. She was back in her village. Tom attacked the village with the men from the north. The thorns, the thorns kept them out. They were very angry. They said, "We shall get through the thorns. We shall kill the people in the village." Tom was angry and said this too. The northern men swam their cups and danced a war dance. Tom danced with the men. They attacked again, and the thorns kept them out again. They said, "We shall wait. The people in the village will soon need food and water. They will come out, and we shall kill them." They killed the animals near the village. Soon there weren't animals there. They hunted a long way from the village. One day, Tom fell on some stones in the hunt. He stood up, but he could not run. He could walk slowly, but he could not hunt with them. They left Tom with the young boys. He did not like that. He took his killing cup and walked slowly through the tall grass. He did not go near the village. He saw the wood and went to it. He found the stream and followed it. He walked in the stream. He saw the bushes with their bright flowers. He swam his cup and hit the bushes. The flower fell on the water. The stream carried them through the wood. Tom was a good hunter. He moved very quickly and he listened. He heard the songs of the birds. He heard the squirrels on the branches of the trees, and he heard a new sound. It was a strange sound. He listened. It was a girl's voice. She sang a song. He did not know the song, but he liked the strange song. Tom walked very slowly. He was very quiet. He came to the place of rocks. He looked over the rocks and saw the pool. He saw Wa. She sat by the pool and sang. The flowers came down on the stream and fell into the pool. She leaned over and took them. She put the flowers in her hair. The flowers were very beautiful. Wa looked at her face and hair in the water. She was beautiful too. Tom jumped down from the rocks. Wa saw him. She said, "Who are you?" Tom did not understand her words. He said, "Who are you?" Wa did not understand his words. She saw the bone, the killing cup. She knew them. He was one of the northern tribe. Wa was frightened. She stood up and ran to the wood. Tom said, "Come back." She did not understand the words. She ran fast. Tom could not run. He woke, and he hunted for her in the wood. He did not find her. He looked behind the trees and in the bushes, but he moved slowly and he did not find her. In the end, he went back to his people. Wa was very frightened. She hid behind bushes. She heard Tom and saw him, but he did not see her. He went out of the wood. Then she went back to her village. She crawled through the tall glass. She crawled through the hole in the wall of thorns. The people did not see her. The men of the village met round the fire. One man said, "We have nearly eaten our food, and we cannot get food from our fields. Our enemies are there." An old man said, "Our enemies cannot get through the wall of thorns. We must wait a long time, so we must use our food very slowly." The first man said, "In the end, we shall not have any food. Then we shall be hungry." The old man said, "Our enemies will be hungry too. They have eaten our corn. They will be hungry. They will go. We must wait. They will go. Then we can go out of our village and get food." Wa was frightened. The boy in the wood was one of their enemies. She did not go to the wood for a long time. She stayed in the village. But in the end, Wa went out again. She went to the wood. She was frightened and she looked behind the trees and she moved very slowly and very quietly. She looked behind the trees and in the bushes. She walked quietly beside the stream. She came to the place of rocks. She looked over the rocks. The boy was not there. She went to the rocks beside the pool. The pool was the same, and the rock was the same, but she did not sing. The wood was not the same. Wa was frightened. Tom went to the wood again and again. He looked for the girl, but he did not see her. His leg was well now. He could run. Soon he must go out again with the hunters. He must see the girls before that. One day, Tom went to the wood before daylight. Before daylight, he walked beside the stream and came to the pool. It was dark. The sun was not yet in the sky. One or two birds sang quietly. Tom saw a big bush near the pool. He went behind the bush and lay on the ground. There, in the hunt, men waited for animals like that. They hid, and the animals came near them. Then they ran and killed them. Tom waited for the girl. He waited a long time. The sun came up. It shone far up In the sky, the birds sang. He saw squirrels on the branches of the trees. He saw rabbits. He saw a fox. The fox killed a rabbit and ate it. Tom lay quietly and did not move. He stayed behind the bush and he waited. Then the girl came. He saw her at the place of rocks. She jumped down. She looked round the place. She did not see Tom. He was set behind the pool and looked into it. Tom waked her. He stood up very quietly. He walked very quietly to the girl. He was behind her, very near her, but she could not see him. One look into the water, she saw her face. Then she saw a second face. It was Tom's. She was very frightened. She jumped up and ran to the wood. She ran very fast. But Tom was a hunter. Very soon he caught her. He held her in his arms. She fought, but he held her. Tom said, I have caught you, but don't be frightened. I will not hurt you. She did not understand his words, but his voice was not angry. He said again, I will not hurt you. Then she did not fight, and Tom did not hold her. He said, I am Tom. He touched his chest. Tom, and he said, Who are you? She did not understand his strange words, but she knew his meaning. She says, I am Va. She touched her chest. Va. Tom smiled at her. He knew her meaning, and he said, Va. She was not frightened. She smiled too. The next day, Tom went to the wood again. He went to the place of rocks and the pool. He saw her beside the pool. He called to her, I am here, Tom. She was not frightened. She smiled at him. He went to her and sat behind her. Sing for me, what? Tom said. She did not understand his words. She looked at him. So Tom sang. She he did not sing well. Va laughed, and Tom laughed too. She understand his meaning now. She sang, and Tom listened. He liked her voice. Tom's killing cup was on the ground beside them, but touched it. She did not like it. Tom said, it is my cup. I am a hunter. I kill animals with my cup. Wat did not understand the words. Tom took the cup. He swung it over his head. He was very strong. He gave the hunter's cry. The men of the north make this cry in the hunt. Wa was frightened. Tom saw her face. He put down the cup and spoke gently to Wa. He put his hand on her head. Then she was not frightened. They walked through the wood. There were flowers on the bushes. They saw red flowers, yellow flowers. Tom said, Put the flowers in your hair. What? She did not understand her words. Tom took flowers and put them on Wa's hair. She smiled. She did not understand his words. Tom took flowers and put them in the Wa hair. She smiled. He said, "You are very beautiful." She did not understand his words, but she knew his meaning. She said, "You are strong and kind. I like you, Tom." Tom went back to his people. His father said, "Is your leg well, Tom?" Tom said, "It's not well yet, father." His father said, "It will be well soon. Then you will hand again with us." Tom said, "Yes," but he was not happy. Tom and Wah went to the wood again and again. They walked in the wood and sat beside the pool. Wah sang to Tom, and he listened. He was happy then. Wah could swim. She went into the pool. Tom could not swim. The water frightened him. He sat beside the pool and watched Wah. She said, "Came in, Tom." He understood her meaning, but he did not go in. Wah swam to the side of the pool. She put her hand up to Tom. He took her hand. Then she pulled suddenly. She pulled Tom into the water. He was frightened and angry. He said angry things to Wah, but she was not frightened. She laughed and splashed water at him. Then he laughed too, and splashed water at her. They left the pool and lay on the grass beside it. The sun shone down between the trees and warmed them. Soon they were asleep in the sunlight. While squirrel came down out of the trees, it went to Wa. She was asleep and did not see it. Tom woke up. He saw the squirrel. His killing cup was at his side. He took it and hit the squirrel with it. He killed the squirrel. Wa woke up too. She saw the dead squirrel. She was very sad. She cried. Tom touched her. She turned away. She was angry. She said, "You killed my squirrel." He did not understand her words, but he knew her meaning. He said, "It is just a squirrel." Tom put his hand on Wa's arm. She did not look at him. She held the dead squirrel and cried. Tom stood beside her. She was very sad. He saw that, so he was sad too. "I am sorry, Wa," he said. "I am sorry." She knew his meaning. His voice was gentle. She cried, and he put his arm round her. This time she did not turn away. Wa went back to the village. She crawled through the hole under the wall. A man saw her. He took her to the old man of the tribe. He said, she went out of the village. She made a hole under the wall. There was not a hole before that. Our enemies can come through the hole. The old men were angry. They said to our fathers, "Watch her, keep her in the hunt." Wa's father took her to the hunt and, and told her mother. Her mother was very angry. She said, "You must stay in the hunt." You must stay in the hunt. Why? You will work there, and I shall watch you. You will not go out of the village again. Wa was sad. The next day, she was very sad, very, very sad. Tom was in the wood, but she could not go there. She stayed in the hunt, and her mother watched her. Night came, while mother and father were asleep. Wa went out of the hunt very quietly. She went to the wall. The hole was not there. Now there were just thorns. The thorns hurt her. She could not get out. She went back to the hunt and cried. Tom went to the wood. He called Wa, but he did not get an answer. He walked beside the stream to the place of rocks. She was not there. Tom sat on the rocks and waited. Wa did not came. Wa did not come. He walked through the wood. He called Wa's name. He listened. The birds answered, but Wa did not. He took flowers from the bushes. He dropped the flowers in the stream. The stream took them. Tom came out of the wood. He saw the village with its wall of stones. Wa was in the village, but she was a long way from him. He thought, I killed the squirrel. Is she angry? He went back through the wood. The birds sang, the squirrel ran around the branches. The red and yellow flowers were on the bushes, but the wood was not the same. Wa was not there. The next day, Tom went to the wood again. He he did not find Wa. He looked for her and called her. Then he went back slowly to his people. There was a meeting of the men. Tom sat down and listened. One man said, we cannot get into the village. The wall of thorns is very strong. A second man said, there are not any animals here now. We hunt a long way from here, and we don't find deer easily. It's not good here. We must leave this place. The sheep hunter said, shall we leave this place? What do we say? Some men said, leave, but some men said, attack the village again. Tom sat with the men. He heard their words, but he did not speak. He was young and did not speak. A man said, the village is at the bottom of a hill. There are big stones on the hill. A big stone killed my brother. It rolled down a hill and killed him. We can roll a stone down this hill. It will go through the wall of stones, and then we can go into the village easily. The sheep hunter said, can we move the stones? The ark holds them. A man said, the ark in front of the stone holds it. We can take the earth from there. Then we can move the stone. The sheep hunter, the sheep hunter asked, shall we do this? The man said, yes. They found a very big stone on the hill. They pulled earth from the front with their fingers. The work was hard. Tom worked with the man. He took at the wood. He thought, it was in the wood now. A man said, work, boy. Tom worked. The work, they work and work. They pushed the stones, but the stone did not move. They were very tired. They were hungry too. They needed food. At night, some men said, this is not good. We must leave this place. We need food. We must hunt. The chief hunter said, we must work again. We shall move the stone in the morning. It did not roll far. It stopped, and they pushed again. The stone stopped again and again. The men were very tired. The chief hunter said, push. Some men were angry and said, we are tired and hungry. We must leave this place. We need food. We must hunt. But the chief hunter was strong. He said again, push. They pushed, and the stone moved. This time did not stop. It rolled down the hill. It went fast. The men ran after it. They gave the hunter's cry. The stone rolled very fast. It rolled into the wall of thorns. It went through the wall and rolled into the village. The northern men ran behind it. There was a hole in the wall now. They went through the hole. They, they were in the village. The southern men came out of their hunts. They fought the northern men. It was a hard fight. The southern men fought for their homes. They fought well, but they did not have killing cups. The northern men had killing cups with their cups. They were strong. Tom fought with the northern man. A southern man beat his arm with his teeth. Tom hit the southern man with his cup. The man fell down. A second man ran at Tom. Tom hit him too. There were fire near the huts. They had pots on them. A southern man jumped at Tom, and Tom rolled into one of the fires. The fire hurt his leg. Hot water from the pot fell on his chest. Tom cried out. He was very angry. He got up and hit the man with his cup. The man fell and did not get up. The end of the fight came soon. The northern man killed the southern man. They gave the hunter's cry and danced the war dance. Tom danced with them. The women and children of the southern tribe were frightened. They hid in the huts. The northern men pulled them out of the huts. The women and children cried. The northern men said, food. We want food. The women did not understand the words. The northern men put their hands to their mouths. The women knew the meaning of that. They brought food to the northern man. Wa was very frightened. Her father was dead. Her two brothers were dead. The northern men were angry. She brought bread. They did not know bread, and they ate it with angry noises. She saw Tom. There was blood on his hands. His killing cup was in his hands, and there was blood on the killing cup too. She thought, perhaps he killed my father and my brothers. Tom saw her and spoke. He spoke gently, but she did not smile. She turned away. She hated Tom. Tom said, "You are not hurt." "Why? I'm happy." She did not look at him. He said, "I shall look after you." She did not understand. She said, "Perhaps you killed my father and my brothers. I hate you." He did not understand her words, but he knew her meaning. The northern men make a feast. They said, "We are strong in war. We kill our enemies. Now we shall take their cows and their homes. We shall take their women too. They will be our wives." Tom said to Ra, "You will be my wife. I shall, to, I shall look after you." She did not understand the words. She did not look at him. A big hunter came. He said to Tom, "You cannot have a wife. You are just a boy. This girl will be my wife." Tom said, "She is my girl." The man laughed at him. Tom fought the man, but the man was very big and strong. He hit Tom with his club, and Tom fell down. Okay, the, the story that I just read is the beginning of the world, is about the beginning of the world. It was about the two tribes from the south and one tribe from the north. So maybe next time I'm going to read the rest of the story. So enough for today. Bye bye. Have a good day.